Jocelyn, Jocelyn, I have a question. I have a question, Jocelyn, for you specifically. I need you. I've been arguing with people on Twitter all day because I'm sick in the head and an idiot, and there's a lot of things wrong with me, as you all know. Because Asmongold said something that was really fucking dumb. And I wanted, if you guys don't know, Jocelyn has a PhD in German history. And so I did, want to hear his thoughts on this maniacal shit that Asmongold says.
Finally, we have a Secretary of War that has Crusader tattoos. He says, "Fuck around and find out," and they're bombing people. And yeah, it's gonna happen, guys. Sorry to say, until they're all gone. Absolutely. I think that a lot of people. I think that the peacetime that we've experienced for such a long time has really kind of made people soft to the reality of just mass killing people. It works amazingly well. Trust me. If you look at the history books, you will see that mass killing people works really, really fucking well. Every single time it's worked. So every page, every chapter, every story is based off of that. Every single.
Thank you for that.
And again, this is not an alternative that you can have peace to. This is an alternative that you can have a perpetual ongoing war that costs the lives of thousands of people, or you can for once put a stop to it, or at least try to put a stop to it, and improve things. That's it. You can't say you can't say the truth like that, bro. Yeah, you can't say that, guys. That's it. And that's not going to crash out of this one. No, it didn't work for Hitler. I saw wiped out 500 Nazis. Well, yeah, because the entire world turned against them and he totally fucked up. That's the reason why. And Hitler also did take over a lot of Europe. What are you talking about? Hitler was massively powerful, and it took the entire world turning against him to stop that. And then him going to fucking Russia and then killing his army in the fucking Russian winter. What are we talking about?
Okay, so he calls Hitler and Germany during World War II successful, but I feel like it is that's obviously false, because Germany lost half of its country to the USSR. No, lost half the country to the fucking USSR, and Germany had to spend decades fucking rebuilding. And now Germany is significantly less powerful than it used to be. Also, Germany didn't fight alone. It had allies, of course, the main two being Italy and Japan. And also, fucking, you know, the mass killings he's talking about are obviously like the genocide of Jewish people, um, which is clearly was, yeah, he certainly did commit a genocide, but clearly long term, if his goal was to get rid of all the Jewish people, like that's kind of that that didn't work, obviously. Like it just like killing a bunch of people never works. Oh, I did not notify the Discord. Like it's just crazy to me. Insane to me. Okay, hold on. I did not notify the Discord. I'm just losing my mind, man, because I feel like World War II was a horrific mistake. It's a terrible mistake. And also, like, was Europe not pretty fucked after World War One? Like, I feel like it wasn't like he was going against fucking like the European nations at their best and their brightest. Like everyone was kind of fucked up. Like it's just I don't. That's such a crazy take to me. And people's response to my criticism of this were to say he's just talking about history. He's just talking objectively about history. Like, brother, no, you're not. That's not like killing a bunch of people was not success. Well, you know, that's sort of was. Germany literally got fucking caught in a war on two fronts, right? It's economy now, but also air bombs and regime change in years. See Robert Leap on regime change, on air campaign. But like, there's tons of layers to how the war ended. It's defined the pace of German production was not moving out. There's for war, never a good plan. Never a good plan. But like, fucking, I feel like the only two countries. Okay, not Japan and Jocelyn shared some paper stuff. Let's watch the video, actually. Let's see what he has to say. Professor Robert Pape. The Peacemonger. I love that name. I love that. The German was pretty effective at the start of World War II due to very flexible, which Hitler then reinvented in terms of personal control of it. I successfully shit my pants and ripped all over the walls. Like, it's just crazy to me that he's saying, like, yeah, Hitler did successfully kill a lot of people. But he also successfully, you know, the war resulted in, you know, the successful loss of 5.3 million Germans. So, like, what the fuck? Like, how is this a win? How is that a win? The only two countries that popped out, you know, like, doing pretty okay post World War II were Russia and America. Because those countries were too far. Well, the USA was hard for, you know, Europe and Asia to reach. And Russia has a terrain and weather on its side. Like, it's just, it was just also size. Yeah, and Russia did suffer massive losses, but because Russia big. Russia big. Lots of people. So is USA. Like, it's just like, I don't know, man. That was just crazy to me, dude. And people are saying he's not saying that it would be good, that it's just going to happen. And it's like, no, dude, that's crazy. Like, obviously he's embracing it, but dude got fucking banned for saying that, like, the genocide of Palestinians was good because their culture is inferior, which is maniacal. Russia does not have terrain on the side. Russia's close to the west, but they did have weather. Okay, my bad. Weather. Yeah, he said it was effective. Effective for what? Also, Gaming is Life and Kankuro, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. I don't know if I missed those. You just saw this. Who the fuck? That's a very flattering. That's a very flattering depiction of Asmongold, actually. Yeah, why did they make him look like Jesus? That's not what Asmongold looks like. I'm scared, man. Thank you. I don't know, Cinetech, thank you. I guess it's just it is just strictly concerning that people do like get that dedicated to streamers, I suppose. The deal, thank you for 250 bits. Thank you. Like, I think it's like to the point of tattooing their faces is crazy to me. I mean, maybe that's a person who doesn't care about tattoos. What are we knitting? I'm gonna restart my cardigan. I don't know, the ankle is also gross. Spain purchase we will take some there. It's done and say, well, he's very popular. He's getting the first tattoo. If any of you get his enemy, I'm covered. I will come to your home at night and I will carve it off of your skin for myself. Do you understand? I'll fix you myself. No. That's not how that works. I don't know how tattoo works. I don't have tattoos. Tattoo. It's just, I think it don't get like faces. Don't get faces on your body, I feel like. Unless it's like your kids. I feel like okay, so I feel like the rule for tattoos is don't get faces or names unless it's like your kids or your mom or your grandma. Or like Joan of Arc or Garfield. Someone got young soul. That'd be crazy, but also be sexy. Itachi Chima, true. You know, I think Auxiliary, the streamer, is one of my friends. She has Goofy. She has Goofy on her. Two with her face on her. Roger Stone comes off his Richard Nixon tattoo. Stone is probably going to have to get franchise back on front after being convicted on one which struck him. Richard Nixon? Why? Cartoons are fine. Cartoons are fine. Well, I literally, the only tattoo I'd probably ever get would be Tolkien's sigil. Armadillo, thank you for the, oh my god. Thank you for converting your Prime to tier 1 sub. I would get Tolkien's sigil. But like, you know. What about the Superman? But I've loved Tolkien since the death of Hobbit to me was almost like 5.
Oh.
I got to talk with a Christian man who had to be today. My job. I'm telling the story about the country just Shortly after he went to a local tattoo studio as a fight for myself this abomination, later returned that studio for one session with nurse. Since it to the approach to give me a second finally broke into the studio for Murray just to meet me and see what his options were. I don't know if this is a real story, but thank God he fixed it. Jesus fuck. at some Mandarin characters you don't know the meaning of. You know what's hilarious is my brother White does have Chinese characters as tattoos. Wait, don't say that to him. You get banned. However, my brother is fluent in Mandarin. Yes, my brother White. Which is funny as fuck because I feel like people see him like guy with like, you know, tattoos, Chinese character tattoos, and he's fluent. How is my niece, my nephew? He's doing well. I want to meet him so bad. It's Wade Singh is hilarious.
Okay.
He's like worked up white boy dropping fluent Mandarin. Yes, Mugiwara. And what's fucking hilarious, is one time I used to live in San Francisco. One time he came to pick me up and drive me back to our mom's, and we visited Chinatown. And mind you, the vast majority of like Chinese in San Francisco's Chinatown, they speak Cantonese. They do not speak Mandarin. My brother did not know that. He just waltzed up to all these Chinese places and would try Mandarin, and they'd go, "No, those are all of the wrong words." And he's like, "Fuck." They'd just be like, "No, English. Just try English." It was so rough, which is crazy because I didn't know that Cantonese and Mandarin were that different. So maybe it's just like, I don't know. One says you must limit it between descriptive versus normative claims that Asmongold says are descriptive. No, okay. So someone, yes, I know the difference between a descriptive and a prescriptive statement. All right. Don Frito, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. But when Asmongold talks about how successful he is, we can only assume that he's also advocating for mass killings in Iran because he says that that's successful. We can also assume that based off of the fact that he once said, "Here, let me pull up the clip. Let me pull up the clip, actually."
Go ahead.
Let me see if there's a clip. I cannot find the dude. I have to go to fucking X for everything. This is me. I know Bruce Campbell has cancer, which is not curable but treatable. Let's see. Okay, here is the clip. Okay, I just realized that the other clip that I quote tweeted is from a song. It's from the song Band Account, and that's probably why he started talking about this.
They have genocide built in. If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide.
He's talking about Israel and Palestine. And he's saying that Palestinians have genocide built in.
Genocide built in Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry about the people who have genocide that's baked into their lives are getting genocide. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They need to expect it.
I did not know that it worked for that.
They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not, they are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for. It is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
So again, when he says things like that, you can only assume. We can only assume that you would like to see masculines in women. That is the only logical assumption to make. Like it's so bad. Crazy. He smiles at my insults, lol. I don't care, man. I'm more concerned that his viewers don't get this shit at all. Like they think he is correct. Like they think he's speaking gospel. Like someone literally went on like a fucking rant and was like, actually, Asmongold, you mocked him for never leaving his room, but Asmongold, you don't understand. Many people who are highly intelligent never leave the room because they spend all their time researching the subjects that interest them, like you. I'm sorry to tell you this. He sits in his room and watches bullshit online and plays video games. He's not sitting in his room doing research. Not doing research. Like, what do you mean? I know, it's crazy. It's just people are insane. Anyway. Yeah, his research is totally hilarious. I think a lot of people think something. I will say that I myself have in the past, but I at least try to and I try not to speak with too much confidence in that answer.
I can guarantee a lot of you have one of these somewhere down in the basement. And here we
Like, this kind of rocks. Your turn, my turn, make it for 31 months. Yeah, why is this kind of a bop? Never, Jocelyn. Right now, all I listen to is Vocaloid and Bad Bunny. Like, my Spotify DJ is just Vocaloid and Bad Bunny. Let's do it. Let's do a Furby concert. I'm not fucking Furby. birthday. She's there. What's your go-to In-N-Out order? Ooh, a double. The In-N-Out was good, but I think it's going to come out of my butt.
What are you doing?
Spanish. I speak a little bit, tiny bit. I used to be better, but I do just like Bad Bunny. And even his Spanish is, I think, is in California. The Spanish that I'm familiar with is Mexican Spanish. And Puerto Rican Spanish can be hard to understand in comparison. Can we do a Furby concert performance? Yes, yes, we can. Will we like order rent a Furby organ? Anyway. Who was the guy that yelled about war? When you start listening to Bad Bunny the Super Bowl, I've listened to him a bit before. I listened to AO. EOO. I love that song. And then I got more into him for the Super Bowl. Because he's a really good artist. I love Nueva Yo. I love that. That's a good song. I like it because I know all the places that he says. I go, yeah, I know about New York too. Carlitos sabe español para hacer el lenguaje oficial de este stream. Mejor aprenden español chatters. I might have Spanish for 33 years, and it's definitely hard for me to keep up with the PR Spanish. I know, actually thinking about it, I don't do a research project, which also I need to know about this project. I'm so sorry. It sounds like a nightmare. I need to. My dad is probably gonna fucking struggle with Puerto Rican Spanish when we go. So I go in like a few days. I need to go to the store tomorrow and buy shorts. I have like 2 pairs of shorts. I gotta hit up Yield Target for like the $20 shorts. SPM is looking for the black metal. It's really oh, that's crazy, bro. I'm gonna read that after. Anyway, buy them there. But I'm looking for a specific type of shorts. Oh my God, Luis! I didn't understand Scottish people. So, like, I struggled to understand Scottish the first 2 months that I lived in Scotland. Like, I would not understand what the fuck my friends were saying. No, I was thinking of, like, baggy shorts. I was thinking more like the, kind of like this style. Like this. Jean shorts won't they be hot in the PR? I don't know, what else do you wear? You know, the shorts.
Tobias, traumatized by the public exposure, returns to an unfortunate courtney.
Oh God, my cutoffs. Oh my God. People are saying, why not linen? I sweat like an animal. Actually, probably not, but like I sweat. And I don't want to like sweat through my clothes and then everyone to see my sweaty butt. Linen is super breathable. I'm still gonna sweat. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna fucking, like, it's gonna be just like high school and middle school. Like, I'm gonna be sweaty and I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna have like a sweat button, dude. I don't want it. Most animals do not sweat. I know, it's crazy. I do take ADHD meds and will return. That emphasis on life. must be musty with weather. I don't think I sweat more than normal people. It's just like I feel like I don't know, like sweat fucking accumulates, dude. Like it's okay. Let's pretend to be intellectuals on war. Well, what else can we do? I haven't studied war. I don't think maybe one or two people here have. But we're doing our best. The shit is crazy. How often do you check your PO box? I need to check my PO box tomorrow actually. Because my mom sent me a dress for my birthday.
Good afternoon, ladies and
Even though she
gentlemen.
didn't send it to my house.
David Professor Robert Haig of the University of Chicago. Professor Haig is the director of the Chicago
Virtue of the
Center
Geneva
for
Conventions? Potentially.
Security of Press. Security of Press, thank you. He has just started a Substack, which I really recommend you read. He's writing this article just over the past days since the war against Iran has started.
Ooh, that sounds so interesting.
Probably might be a thing.
You potentially read them?
Yes, well,
So, Majikan, one unfortunate thing about my brain is that everything can forget. There's like a number of philosophers where people will be, oh, like, have you read Kierkegaard? And I'm like, probably. Let me go check the PDFs I have saved to my computer because maybe I probably have, and then I forgot. And then my brain was like, I didn't care about this, and then flushed it. Like, it just happened. I also, this actually really concerns me, is that I have to reread books pretty frequently. I frequently have to reread books. I frequently have to reread books. Yes, I read the books. Well, I tried to read the anti-Oedipal whatever, it's Capitalism, Schizophrenia, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? That was very I have to reread books a lot, or otherwise I forget things. But guys, I can't even count how many times I have read The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, so many, a lot. I forget names all the time. All the fucking time. The movies? No, I reread the books. I forget, like not the names of the main characters, obviously, but it happened. One day, I couldn't pronounce Theoden's name for a day. Dr. yes. And yes, to be fair, the story has like 700 characters, so I don't fault myself for the I've also, there's like a bunch of different drafts for Tolkien's, like Everstone and Silmarillion has 10 million drafts, and I've also read a good chunk of those, and so like the details get sucks. How often you watch the movies on definitely not once a year. I really like to watch movies now. Anyway, here we go.
Installation track, and he's produced actually quite some time ago, but looking to kind of let's look again now, Bombing to Win, about the history of air campaigns, which achieved today to against Iran. That's Iran. What do you see?
These are the
The things you've been writing about in the past 2 days. I mean, I'm struck by a really good quote in one of your articles. The air power alone has never produced this regime. I don't mean
President Trump is now up against the weight of history. For over a century, states have been trying to use air power to topple governments,
That's crazy.
to
This is
strengthen pro-democracy movements, to combat uprisings in dozens and dozens of cases. Americans have tried it multiple times. Europeans have tried it. Russia has tried it. And in every
Let's use the
case,
codes.
these are measures carefully.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not like a money?
It has always failed. Let me say that. Air power
Thank you, David.
positively where the government shifts in the
Oh,
direction
45 million.
that the air power is to. It's never worked in over 100 years. That is in the gun bomb age, that is in the smashing city, in the precision age, when we can put a bomb within 5 feet of a leader, certainly killing the leader and everybody else. It has never worked. Now what you get? What you get is either a slightly government regime that's doing about the same thing, but slightly, if you think about that, like I bet with say Venezuela. Or you end up with a much more radical regime. Nationalism comes in. I don't mean
The indigenous proposal, which is a group of regions in southeastern Turkey, northwestern Iran, northern Iraq, and northeastern Syria, consisting of, oh, gotcha, okay, thank you, Dave, last night. Which, independence is it with, oh, gotcha. And they've been shafted ever since.
Let's take that
But
metro
I
entrance.
hope that they don't join. I hope the U.S. doesn't convince them to fucking, like, help us with Iran. Because I feel like then most of the casualties are just
Orbiter
going
is
to
en
be,
route.
like, Kurdish
The safe
people.
window is closing. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
religion. I don't mean ideology. I don't mean partisan. I don't mean cronyism. I mean nationalism becomes the regime and the morale of society. And you often end up with severe flashback, catastrophic failure. Not just, oh, it didn't work, it's going to something else. That then is what I'm explaining on the Substack, the escalation trap, is the trap. And with smartphones, I call it specifically the smartphone trap. You see, this is the smartphone. We have the illusion of control. There's it. Yeah. So I spent 3 years teaching at the U.S. Air Force. I taught conventional targeting at the U.S. Air Force. I advise everybody listen, 9/11, this particular one, that or one. That should be safe.
Which, the thing about, let's make a one say that they would the president against this action, right? Like that is strange for the Pentagon to announce that. I think. Well, like, I mean, I guess it was something, but this is just interesting. I think that, seeing nothing ever happens to is kind of ridiculous, especially at this point in history. I mean, we've had some pretty significant events in the past, years. I think that the annihilation of Gaza, I do think shook faith, like kind of completely dissolved the illusion of like peace, or like the power of the youth, or the validity of the youth. And I also think I think it did tank Israel's like reputation pretty fully. we do have a mass Gestapo in the U.S. that has killed U.S. citizens and is putting people in concentration camps, migrants. And, you know, I think that this bombing of the UN just watched at multiple genocides since like forever. Yes, T-Twig, but I think that this one was so obvious and extreme that I do think that things have changed. I think that the world, I think that the old world order is dissolving.
Oh. Manito, no te subas para ahí, que tú lo que te puedes partir. Para que tú te claves. Ponte ahí donde tú estabas. Ponte donde tú estabas.
Later, guys. Maybe.
Yes, and we're proving to our allies that we are not a stable and reliable nation, and it's possible that, like, you know, the U.S. could no longer be the currency. It's quite possible that, yeah, it's just crazy.
Sensors, laser guided, just a whole panoply of these highly accurate weapons. So the issue with the smart bomb trap is not that the smart bombs don't work. This is a mistake. They are highly accurate, and those highly accurate bombs, which land, again, within 5 centimeters of their target, 80 to 90% of the time, even in these moderate hits.
Yes. China is just standing by while the U.S. self-destructs. That's kind of what it feels like. Mind you, I'm not a political theorist, nor am I a historian, but China just seems to be making good trade deals and building up their middle class. We seem to be getting older there. Well, at least the working class people, middle class is shrinking, the rich are getting richer, and our government is openly corrupt.
Kind of blow these things off target. Creates an illusion, not the illusion of accuracy, the illusion of control. The illusion of control. And you hear this almost all the time with the folks on cable television shows who are positive about this. We dominate this guy. We dominate this. We destroy. It's extraordinary. Well, actually, it's not extraordinary anymore. 1991, the first Gulf War, it was pretty extraordinary to watch those smart bombs in action. I have to say, yeah, I have been involved in writing about it, commenting on it, every air.
Oh, you're talking about China in China? Yeah, well, I'm just like within my lifetime, China was really, you know, looked down upon, at least by America, and now it's like, just seems to be a very successful nation.
Campaign since 1991. That's really quite. I was a young kid at the time I started doing it. It's not extraordinary anymore. It's to be expected. We would be shocked if the air campaign that President Trump announced on Saturday morning missed even a third of its targets. We almost always start the air campaign. Our intel tells us we got the prime leader in our sights. That's actually often the trigger. That's why you can ask, well, why did you start it today? And if you don't want to give you an answer, it's because the CIA, probably, as I said, the supreme leader is going to be at one of these 3 places. We know this as a fact because we have human intel, usually right there next to the leader, so not quite far away. And that is often the exact precipitant to the exact.
Let's see, China's barely compared to the worst EU countries quality of life-wise, no, it's not successful. I don't know if that's a racist comment necessarily, but I do think that it's mildly accurate. Let's see. I don't know how reliable this website is, but it's one that I saw. So, quality of life index, 140.48. Let's see. Purchasing power, high. Safety index, high. Healthcare index, high. Climate index, high.
We've got word of a patrolling queen nearby. That means a harvester is there. Be careful and make sure you're well equipped and brought back up if you do try to take it on.
Government gives people health for 7 years, something like that. Traffic commute time moderate, pollution index high, quality of life is moderate. The GINI. What is a GINI coefficient? Developed by Petition, Rajani, in San Francisco, for 2 after the make can have absolute with every person known experience 50 and really more than 1 person identity the coefficient is defined based on the does not indicate that the overall wealth China's is, or America's is 41.8. China's is 36.0. Is a lower number better? Is that what this means? Yeah, so I guess the US has higher income than UK's is 32.4.
Head home at the Overlook Air Shaft.
Ireland is 29. Kind of official BMI is higher than. Well, this was just it's official BMI. What do you mean? It looks like by every. What do you mean the official one? Looks like by every measure. Well, this is 2021. The one you're saying is the estimated. This is an official statement. Well, this is an article in The Economist written by Autodesk. So I don't know if this is an official statement by China, because this to me looks like an article written by Autodesk. Unless, is there something on this? Okay, we have an office. And this was and if we look at let's look at over the years. Yeah, I was trying to think that Trump is probably doing better the Balkan states, parts of Eastern Europe, because of the they've been taken I think it just depends on how time to see that China seems to be doing pretty well with solve the situation.
Is it a surprise to me that the third group for the war? So I think there's several you could see it building, and you can watch on my exit here as I explain to the world, what is really going on. It's really quite amazing. And it was before that, that's essentially for some of our kids. But anyway, if we look at the 75% right things we were going to go, but you don't put that much air in the region and the distance if you're not really sure. So once I knew that, that's when I started the search stuff. Getting the right kind of the separate book is quite complex forever.
I think we can trust this guy who has been, advising the U.S. in it seems like he's very good at knowing about air politics. I think he knows what he's talking about. He's also, by the way, I would say, speaking to what many of us is that
and this seems like a good opportunity to bring it up.
Orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
yes, in fact, that's very
As much as we want to be it's not like the people it's literally the bonding itself. The free will.
No, that's like it's between sun. Yes. That is
Quay lại đây.
sun or the stars. He has overseen so again, when we talk about the group thing, like, it's like this for history of It's like when he got rid of Maduro. Okay, now his vice president is leading the country. Same regime. Same regime. Nothing changed. Like that's like it's very easy to believe that yes, especially when the U.S. and Israel